Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on how to make friends with other people. So, how do you make friends with other people, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. It is viably possible to make friends with other people if you are keen on attending social events, joining sports leagues, and playing online video games. You need to thrust yourself into an environment in which it is permissible to make friends with other people if you are adamant about making friends with other people. By thrusting yourself into social environments where you have the opportunity to socialize with other people, you'll be able to engage in conversations with other people and build rapport with other people, which could potentially lead to you establishing friendships with them. Even if you do not engage in conversations with other people for a prolonged period of time, you can still nonetheless have short conversations with other people. If you frequently attend social events that the same cohort of people frequently attend. So it's not about speaking to someone for hours on end to establish a friendship with a person. If the same cohort of people frequent social events, then over time you can establish friendships with the same cohort of people who frequent social events. If you are encountering the same cohort of people who frequently attend social events, then it will be easier to build rapport with other people over time, which can potentially lead to you establishing friendships with them. Additionally, if you joined a sports league and encounter the same cohort of people who, for instance, frequently play in the sports league's matches alongside of you, then it will be easier to build rapport with other people over time, which could potentially lead to you establishing friendships with them. Furthermore, if you are playing online video games, such as massive multiplayer online role-playing video games, and encounter the same cohort of people who, for instance, frequently play the online video games, then it will be easier to build rapport with other people over time, which could potentially lead to the establishment of friendships. In online video games, you are at liberty to join other people's guilds. You can complete instances with them. You can complete quests with them. You can confabulate with them in video games. So, you may encounter the same cohort of people at social events, or at sports league matches, or even in the fantasy worlds of online video games. So, when you are interfacing with other people, when you are conferring with other people, when you are confabulating with other people, when you are interacting with other people, do not attempt to alter your character to appease other people, since you should aim to make friends who accept you for your bona fide character. You do not want friends to be imperious, overbearing, nor peremptory towards you. You do not want them to micromanage you, nor be controlling of you. You want them to accept you for your genuine character. You do not want to shirk on being yourself just to appease prospective friends. A quality friend accepts you for your real character and does not expect you to alter your character to appease them. During your conversations with other people, you should have engaging conversations with them and should inquire about other people's passions and interests for the prospect of ascertaining if these other people have the same passions and interests as you. During your conversations with other people, you can also inquire about other people's ambitions, overarching goals, and higher aspirations in order to engage in deep conversations with them. During your conversations with other people, you can also inquire about their opinions about intriguing conversation topics, such as items on their bucket list, as well as what they desire to be brought to fruition in their futures. You can also inquire about the best moments of their lives. It stands to profoundly reason that if you, for instance, frequent social events and also frequently engage in deep conversations with the same cohort of people who also frequent these social events, then you can build rapport with other people over time, which can potentially lead to the establishment of friendships over time. You should also embrace an optimistic outlook on life, and you should also cultivate an abundance mindset. You want to render yourself more approachable to other people, and you should be willing to enrich your conversations with other people by ushering in valuable insights into the conversations that can help people to significantly augment their lives, especially if you have pragmatic, useful, practical advice to bequeath to them. Making friends with other people takes time, effort, energy, and mental bandwidth, and is viably possible to do in the digital era, especially if you frequent social events, which can allow you to build rapport with other people over time and potentially lead to the establishment of friendships. Even if people with disparate viewpoints engage in deep conversations long enough, they are even able to eventually find a common ground on a specific viewpoint that they both mutually agree with. People can even befriend one another even if they have different viewpoints about debate topics. People want to engage in compelling conversations in lieu of small talk. People do not want to engage in vapid, insubstantial, nor banal conversations. People want to be stimulated mentally. People do not want to feel as if they are being interviewed with other people when they engage in conversations with other people. Engaging in compelling conversations can be deemed a dynamic, enthralling, stimulating, and exhilarating experience, especially if all parties are able to usher in valuable insights to enrich the conversation. Will you make profound, invaluable contributions to the conversation, or will you be a mute and shirk on doing so? Who knows? The future is enigmatic and obscured beyond a veil of time. So, attend social events, play online video games, and join sports leagues. You can engage in compelling conversations with people who attend social events, who play in sports leagues matches, and who play online video games such as massive multiplayer online role-playing video games. The more you interact with the same people who share similar interests as you, the more apt you will be to establish friendships with them. It takes time to build rapport with other people. It takes time to cultivate strong interpersonal bonds with other people. It does not happen overnight, unless you can confabulate with the same person for a prolonged period of time in a day, which is unlikely, especially if you attend social events that are replete with other people. Social events are typically deluged with other people. They're typically inundated with other people. They are a bastion for socialization, and it can be cumbersome to chime in your opinions at social events when you are incessantly being interrupted by other people. However, nonetheless, it is still possible to establish friendships over time, even at social events in which your conversations are abruptly ended by other people encroaching on them. As long as you have enough short conversations, it can culminate in a friendship potentially being established, especially if the recipient of your conversations, who is a prospective friend, shares similar interests, hobbies, and passions which you are fond of. So, once again, I hope that you deem this video to be captivating, insightful, enthralling, mesmerizing, engrossing, intriguing, riveting, and informative. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.